Jasper. The Wheel of Time.
What did you think of the Wheel of Time, Mr. Alex?
I've always kind of been aware of its existence, floating out there.
Okay.
One of those science fiction novels.
Yes.
Heard good things, heard not so good things, and then the trailer comes out, right? And I watch it, and I guess with no context as to what anything is or what anything means, I don't understand anything that's happening, and it just looks bland and boring.
It's
and
hot fucking garbage. Yeah.
And then you invite me over to watch it. And I don't know, I got some enjoyment out of it.
Did you?
I did. What do you think of it?
It's hot fucking garbage.
I mean, it's high concept sci-fi, right?
Oh, yeah, it's fantasy. Like,
Did that say sci-fi?
yeah, you said sci-fi. I mean, technically, it is a sci-fi series. It's technically a post-apocalyptic setting.
Oh yeah. I'm so used to saying sci-fi. It's
Okay.
sci-fi and fantasy.
Yeah,
media. Right. So you've read the books, right?
Yes. When I was in high school, so it was a fair while.
It was a long time ago. Because you're fucking old.
Although I did listen to like half of the first novel not that long ago in audiobook form.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, fuck this.
You have told me on several occasions never to read the Wheel of Time series.
You don't need to. You just don't.
Wait, which of these characters is the one that rides off into the sunset at the end?
Alright, do you know what my favourite character of the series is so far? I would like to see if you can guess who my favourite character of the series is
Just
so
of
far.
the television show?
Of the television show.
Fuck, I don't know. We open up with like all these characters. I don't really know who is who or what is going on. There's an Indian girl. I'm guessing she's...
Oh, we'll get to that. The
main character?
Just pick a character who you think is my favourite.
Alright, so there's 4 kids.
Yeah, but which one do you think is my favourite?
Your favourite? The wizard lady?
Ren's coat.
Who the fuck is Ren's coat?
No, Ren, the red-headed kid, his coat. That's the best part of this fucking show so far. His fucking coat is glorious. I want one.
What about his character?
Oh, fuck that. He doesn't have one. He doesn't have a character.
So there's 4 kids.
Right.
And
okay, so there's a bunch of problems, right? There's a bunch of problems. So for starters, there's only supposed to be 3 kids.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Egwene is a character and she does go with them and she is there in the book.
But she's not one of the possible dragon people?
No, that's something that they've added after the
Which
fact.
one's a Gwen?
She's the girl.
The Indian lady?
Yeah.
The main character? Maybe? One of?
She's not the main character.
Well, she's the main character of the show. She's got more screen time than anyone else. She's got more character moments. She fell in the water.
Like I
she
said,
went for a
they've
swim.
She's not that. Yeah.
Okay. So what have they done? What have they changed?
They changed. That's one of the main things. She's not one of the. Because in the beginning, Moraine says there's 4 Tough Allen at the 2 rivers, and it's like no, there's 3. There's supposed to be 3. Right, so they've added in Egwene. She technically is supposed to also be Tough Allen. Tough Allen is almost like being sensitive to the Force. It means things happen around you that are sort of inexplicable.
Okay, you're magic sensitive.
Kind of, not really. Robert Jordan, the guy who wrote the books, actually is a physicist. Well, was a physicist, right? So there's a lot he goes into fucking ridiculous amounts of detail on like how magic works and how reality works. Like when they're talking about the Wheel of Time in this, right? That's a literal thing.
Oh, it's an actual.
That's no. It's a literal description of how fundamental reality works, and this is how their magic functions.
Okay.
Right, like it's all been laid out and worked out.
Yeah.
So Tarvalin is that. So essentially, the Tarvalin is like you are a. You warp the probabilities of the weave of time as it's turning around you, and so improbabilistic things will happen around you without warning and without reason.
Yeah.
Right, so that's what Talvalan means. So you walk into town and suddenly there's people who are like pledging their allegiance to you without ever thinking they were going to do that.
Great protagonist in a novel.
Yeah, things like this, or just weird stuff as well, like lots of like weird stuff and shit like that. Yeah, so like if anything like that happens, it's like, oh, it's because he's Talvalan. It's a good movie.
No, it's a great
Yeah.
get out of jail free card.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
But yes, Egwene's not supposed to be that. She is technically supposed to be that, but her like Talvalan-ness is supposed to be like so small that the three, Ren, Matt, and Perrin, those three, they're supposed to be like absurdly strong. This trait in them.
Yeah.
And so her ability is sort of, no one notices it for a long time.
From watching what I just watched, she's the main character of the show.
That's they've added that. That's not
okay. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not knowing anything of what was going on, I quite enjoy like drinking a beer and sitting down and watching it.
It's interesting. It's different.
Yeah, but you seem to be like, just I guess with all the book stuff, just like I had no idea what was going on. I had no idea who any of the characters were, what anybody was saying.
No.
But like when the Beastmen attacked the village, it was refreshing to see like, fantasy like with money put into it.
I like the Trollocs and the way that they look like traditional demons, like the old paintings type demons.
A trollop is a derogatory.
Trollic.
Yeah, but a trollop is a derogatory term for a woman.
Yes.
All I could hear was trollops.
Oh, no, they're not trollops.
Well, that's what all I could hear when I was saying trollic or whatever the fuck.
They're big fucking beast men.
So they set up 4 kids,
right,
who may or may not be the dragon.
Yes.
Wizard lady comes in.
Yes.
The trollops attack.
So
they leave the village.
Well, no, but what about Wizard Lady? One of the things that I really find quite egregious is her fucking woo-woo shit.
Yeah.
She's trying to do like the Marvel superhero thing.
I
would have liked it much more
CGI.
if it was just because it's supposed to. The analogy is supposed to be weaving. You're plucking at the threads of reality and weaving them into probabilities that you want to have happen.
Okay, and that's why it's explained in the book.
Yeah, so I would have liked something a little bit more subtle.
Yeah.
Because it looks fucking stupid.
She's pulling CGI light from in between bricks
that's fine, but it's just her body motions is fucking way over the top.
The aesthetics and design and everything is very like generic fantasy. It doesn't have its own unique like cinematography or look or costumes.
Well, okay, we'll go and get into that. So, like,
but it is generic sci-fi.
What are your opinions on race?
There's a lot of. It feels, I don't know, deliberate that they've just like put every.
They kind of haven't, and it's interesting because I read the books, right, and my interpretation of the books obviously was that these characters were fucking Caucasian Europeans.
Because it's a fantasy.
That's cover art. That's what it all looks like. They're described as being Caucasian Europeans.
Yeah, fantasy comes
even the way
from
that
like
they
a
live,
European tradition.
the way that they talk, the way that they, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
Anyway, Robert Jordan was not very good at world building. Like his world building fucking sucks ass. Like it's terrible. He'll just take random shit and just plunk it down into a world, and it kind of works because, like, as I was alluding to in the show, that this is essentially a post-apocalyptic setting, right? The world was torn apart.
Oh, okay.
By the dragon.
There was a ghost city.
No, the first dragon. No, that was the Trolloc Wars. The first dragon tore the world asunder.
Okay.
Right, and these are the remnants of that. Then you had the Trolloc Wars come after that.
Okay.
But anyway, this is So in a sense, it's like there was once a high society, like a fucking super sci-fi society of magic and technology and shit.
Yeah.
And that all went south, and the entire world was torn asunder. So it kind of makes sense that there's all these displaced people, but it doesn't really make sense. It's fucking garbage. So in that sense, I can lean into it and be like, it's fine that you're just plunking some fucking random race of people. Like they're Indian now. That's fine. I don't care.
Yeah, well, they have to, like...
Ren is supposed to look different. In fact, in the book...
Which one's Ren?
Ren is the redheaded kid.
Does he have red hair in the book?
Yes.
Am I supposed to like Ren?
He's an insolent child, and where, you're supposed to be younger when you're you're supposed to be able to associate with him. He's an insolent child. We're not going to associate with an insolent child.
We have insolent children. We deal with them every day.
Yeah. So
I did think about
he's supposed to look different. Though he is supposed to look different.
What's he supposed to look like?
He's what he's portrayed. He's supposed to be taller and red-haired and fairer of skin, and that's supposed to mark him out from the other people of the Two Rivers. Like that's part of. At this point, they've cut out a big chunk. I don't know if they're going to allude to it, so I don't know if they're going to do a flashback or something. So I don't know if this is going to spoil anything.
I don't give a fuck. I already know that Ren rides off into the sunset. Wait, was it Ren that rode off into the sunset?
At some point, not at some point. After the Trollocs attack the town, right? Attack the Two Rivers. One of them attacks Ren and his father's farm, and they fight it off. And Ren's father gets wounded, and Ren has to drag his father to town, right, on a litter, and that's a whole fucking ordeal in the book.
And in this wizard lady
and no, him getting from his farm to the Two Rivers before the wizard lady, right? Because he has to go through the forest at night with Trollocs everywhere, and his father's fucking raving, burning up with a fever, and he starts raving about finding a baby on the side of a mountain and bringing it back to the Two Rivers and presenting it to his wife, who's now dead. That's right. And Ren's going, wait, is this real? Am I not his son? Because he's taller than him. He's got red hair. He's marked out. Everybody sort of looks at him and goes, oh, the fuck are you?
It's me. This is my story, Jasper.
I mean, we'll get there.
No one in my family has red hair. That's not how red hair works. Red hair is weird and it skips generations and it's odd and it's...
Well, that's not how red hair works in this set.
That's bullshit. That's not how it works in now reality, Jasper. Why are there so many Indian people in this European town? That's not the world we live in. So there's a scene, right, where one of the 4 dragon people have a wound on his leg.
Yes.
And he's walking around. I have no idea what the fuck is happening.
His
Perrin?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how you say his name.
Wolves in like a fantasy novel, right? They're a certain thing. But those wolves on camera, they were like tame, happy, trained, fed dogs that were like walking up casually, and they like interjected like growling and sound effects to make them seem like wolves.
Well,
like you read a fantasy novel, right? You have an image of a wolf. Like they were like captive bred wolves. They were all standing in line. They're all like happy and shiny coats and smiling away. It was a weird scene for me because they were trying to make me think one thing, but all I could see was
what did you think that they were trying to make you think?
So Perrin's leg is injured and he stands up and he's not telling anyone for some reason, and maybe a beastman has hurt him.
Right.
And then wolves are there, and did he summon the wolves? Maybe he summoned the wolves, and then the scene ends.
Yeah, that's essentially what the scene is trying to tell you.
Okay.
That's what's going through his mind. Like literally what just happened is what he just experienced. Okay. The character has no fucking idea what's going on. There's a scene with the
bats, and did old man
that was a dream.
The bats.
The characters at this point have no fucking idea what's going on.
These characters may or may not be magical chosen
There's a man in their dreams.
Hero, archetypical
and he's killing
heroes.
bats.
Okay.
That's what's happening.
But you hated it. It was all garbage.
Oh, I mean, the writing is terrible.
I mean, I had no idea what was going on, but I kind of enjoyed, like...
it's not. It's schlock.
It's very generic fantasy.
It's schlock. It's not...
Are there any good, like, expensive fantasy television series.
What do you? Not
Like,
yet.
I like sci-fi way more than fantasy.
Yeah.
But that's because, like, there's a plethora of amazing sci-fi franchises that have been filmed. Like, fantasy, what do you fucking got? We got Lord of the Rings.
Xena.
We got
Hercules.
we have Xena Warrior Princess. We have the Adventures of Hercules. And we have fucking, what is this? The Wheel of Time. It's like, yeah. Am I a sci-fi fan because, like, the Terminator movies exist and there is no fantasy equivalent?
Maybe.
What is there of fantasy?
I don't know.
Fantasy's a genre, right?
Yeah,
Why
it
do
is.
they not make any good fantasy? It's because the average, like,
Yeah, I think so.
pie eating,
There's-
beer
there's-
drinking,
there-
football
there's a
shop
thing
is
that
offended
happened.
by
they get angry.
Yeah.
They do get angry.
What do you like them elves with the pointy ears?
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
fight, you
Yeah.
faggot.
Yeah.
It's a thing, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's definitely a thing.
But is there a good fantasy program out there?
Well, it's starting to happen. Yeah,
It's
that's
garbage.
I mean, it's schlock. I don't know what you want from
Maybe
me.
schlock can be good.
Yeah,
The
well,
Matrix is
like I
schlock.
said, the next episode, we've watched the first 2 episodes. The next episode was the point where I was like, yeah, no, I'm in.
You in?
Yeah.
I thought you were out.
No, I didn't say that. I said it was garbage.
I'm so confused. Alright, let's wrap this up. We'll watch the next 2 episodes and we'll come back. The 4 characters, I don't know what's happening. They keep on telling stories. I'm not listening to the stories. There was a reasonable like level of tension, suspense. They're on a road
Yeah.
trip. Nice scenery. I don't know where it's filmed. I don't know what's going on. Fantasy.
I don't know that these. Okay, at this point, I believe all these episodes are going to do is just open up more questions.
It's lost.
Yeah, but it's already been written out, so there is conclusions to these narratives.
In season 15.
Possibly. That's
What year are you in now? 22? What's 15 years from there? 30... 37, 38? 2038 will know the fucking answer to these questions?
I don't know.
William will be 47.
Maybe they won't do that, but
I'll start condensing it. That's what you gotta do, condense it. That always works. You get the novels and you just cram them in. You cram them in. What was 6 books is now 2 seasons.
oh, that was the other thing. His missus, Perrin's fucking missus, right? That's not a thing in the book. He's the blacksmith's apprentice.
He
in the
killed a lady?
book. Yeah. That's apparently
Yeah.
his wife. He's a blacksmith's apprentice in the book. That's not a thing. I don't
Yeah.
know why they've added that.
A guy killed a lady, but I didn't know the guy or I didn't know the lady. So I had no emotional involvement.
Yeah.
I knew the scene was brutal and I knew that they were trying to make me feel something, but like, it's just the randoms?
Yeah, but that's fair at this point from...
I don't know any of the characters.
You haven't spent time with the characters yet.
Yeah.
And that's reasonable.
Alright, let's fucking...
Alright, I'll do this.
See you soon. You pressed it like 20 times.
Thank you, mate.
We're awake, Jasper.
We're
not
awake.
asleep.
Definitely. Wake is the state that we are currently in.
It's 4 in the morning.
Yes.
We've drunken beers.
Right.
We watched 4 hours of Wheel of Time straight. But we're here and we're going to give a deep critical analysis of
It was
said
garbage.
show. I forget what happened.
I've got no idea where I am. What's my name?
Look, characters keep on saying stuff and they keep on not listening.
Yes.
There were a lot of stories
Yes.
that they kept on telling
Yes.
that had nothing to do with the events that were happening.
I mean, it's all just stuff that's happening.
Things are happening.
Yes.
But then people, like fucking just randoms, come out of the woodworks and tell a story about their dead daughter.
Yes.
And I'm like, I don't know who you are. I don't know who your daughter is. Why do I care?
Do you know what one of the biggest criticisms about Robert Jordan is?
What's that?
That he's kind of sexist.
Yeah?
Yeah. You would not get that from this.
There are a lot of strong female characters in this.
I would call this a reinterpretation.
Well, isn't like the whole Society of the White Tower witch ladies?
It's a literal ivory tower. Every female character in the book is like fundamentally motivated by the desire to manipulate men. Like every single female character.
When was this written?
Not long ago. Not that long ago. So that's
So this isn't like
across
some
the board.
Isaac Asimov, like.
No, it's not that old.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think so anyway. But yeah, but point is like they're all
He's
like
sexist.
that.
He was a terrible human being.
Yes.
And then he died before he finished writing
Yes.
his books. Because he was selfish.
That's fair.
Let me go over my notes. Eric Clapton, Layla, got me by my feet, Layla, begging on you please. That's one of my notes.
Okay.
Wolves are just dogs. The wolves just look like dogs to me. What's going on with these wolves?
I mean, I can tell you. But
No.
spoiler.
Oh, there's a bard. There's an old
Yes, there's a
bard.
bard, yeah.
Who rocks up. And I immediately thought he should be played by Viggo Mortensen. And then
That's
he did
fair.
kind of turn into a Strider character.
Yeah.
Also, I have two fucking pet peeves.
Okay.
They keep on talking about the Mountains of Mist.
Right.
Does that not sound a lot like the Misty Mountains?
Dude, this whole thing is just ripped straight out of various other sources and just crammed in.
There's a character named Peregrine?
Yeah.
Peregrine Took. That's
I didn't-
Marion Pepin.
Yeah.
You can't name shit the Mountains of Mist and Peregrine. That's fucking Lord of the Rings, bro. And Strider fights a fucking Nazgul.
Lan, his character is Aragorn. Like straight up, his character is like we haven't got into it.
That's the bard.
No. Lan is Moraine's water.
What the who's Moraine?
The Aes Sedai that came into the village.
Oh.
Blue lady.
Asian Legolas.
Asian Legolas
Is Aragorn.
is Aragorn.
Alright. I'll stop calling him Asian Legolas then. He'll be Asian Aragorn
Yeah,
from now on.
he's even like the descendant of a ancient line of kings, and like he's literally Aragorn.
He has the Ring of Numenor.
No, the ring that he wears is, I think it's actually Naveen's ring. Later on in the series, he has a ring around his neck.
Okay. Not of Numenor.
Not of Numenor.
Okay, alright. So yeah, these two episodes 3 and 4, they felt a lot slower, a lot more like character moments. But a lot of talky
You don't give
scenes.
a fuck about any of the characters though.
We got what's going on with redhead people? That's the thing?
There was an Aiel.
Okay. The redhead chick, and the redhead guy, and the
What redhead chick?
redhead guy.
Right.
What's his
Ren.
name? Ren. Fucking Ren.
And Matt.
Ren and Matt. What did they do? They meet up with fucking not Strider, because Legolas is Strider.
Yes.
They go to a fishing town. It looks nice. There's a barmaid.
Yes.
She has a nose piercing and looks very contemporary to me. She just looks like a Indian hipster from like modern day
Yes.
London.
Yes.
They didn't have. That just looked really modern to me.
Okay.
Like no one had two fucking eyebrow piercings.
There's a lot
in
of
the middle
piercings. There's a lot of piercings in this.
Does it have them in the book?
Not that. No, not particularly.
Because like Aztecs and shit had piercings, but it to me, my
Yeah.
eye, it immediately like it sticks out. They go to the fishing village, modern hipster Indian lady from England, something. Strider. Not Ren. The other guy kills people, or he doesn't. No, it was the fucking the Nazgul ripoff. And they flee. That was our story. I'm glad we wrapped that up.
that was so incoherent. I mean, I follow what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but that was utterly incoherent.
It's very late. I'm very tired. And I may have consumed some alcoholic beverages.
Yeah, so we got Ren and
That's
Matt.
what they did.
They met a dark fiend in the village that they went to. She tried to corner them and wanted to try and seduce Ren and Matt to the the dark one, and then when she sort of revealed who she was, Tom the Bard murdered her in the middle of the street, and then they fled. And then later on, they meet a family of farmers, and it's not clear whether or not Matt murdered the family or if it was a fade that was up in the
did he?
rafters. I don't believe in this instance he's the one that killed them, no. I think that they're not going to do that yet.
But he does turn evil.
Well, he's got the dual dagger
From that city.
Yes.
Okay. And then, so our party split up and we got Indian Lady and Wolfman.
Yes.
What do? They meet some colourful gypsies.
Yeah, the
And
Tinkers.
they have...
Which I think is actually like a racist or derogatory term for gypsies. Like I think Tinker is actually like a...
Well,
a
gypsy,
derogatory...
I think, is pretty fucking offensive these days, right?
Maybe.
Just bleeding blood everywhere. So they meet colourful... they're fleeting wolves, and then they meet colourful gypsies, and the colourful gypsies tell them tragic stories of their children dying.
Yeah.
That's it.
The Way of the Leaf. It's an important, like, world-building thing, though, right? It ties later.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking these stories have nothing to do with the events
Later on,
but they
like,
seem like world building.
They're
Telling me things. I'm just not listening.
The Way of the Leaf is important because fucking stuff happens.
Yeah, okay.
And the origins of the Tinkers and how they their whole thing started in history is important. So yeah.
Okay, and then our third story is who are these magical folk? What are they called?
The Aes Sedai.
The Aes Sedai. They're holding prisoner a fake dragon.
Yes.
Uh,
Logain.
I think you brought up several times like the modern film and it visualizing magic through CGI.
It's terrible. They do the way that they've gone about making what magic looks like is fucking garbage. The way that they've done it is...
It's like The Last Airbender or Doctor Strange or like... Just they don't know how to take it.
No one does.
No
one's done it well. No,
and visualize it.
No one's come up
weird,
with
right?
a cool visualization way of people, like an actor casting a spell.
Yeah.
Right? It's gay. When someone has to actually act it out, it's fucking... It's just gay.
Yeah. In Harry Potter, they got the wands.
Yeah. Even like, I suppose...
Well, Harry Potter is a gay in general.
No. I was going to say, like, the way Voldemort holds his wand and casts. That at least has some menace.
Yeah, well, the wand gives you an object to channel. Once you don't have the object, it's like, well, what am I doing? I'm doing shit with my hands.
No one's been able to do that.
And then they're adding in really cheap-looking CGI.
Yeah, it looks garbage.
Like,
it looks fucking garbage.
I thought, like, well, they always do this, right? Episode 1 looks big, and they got all, like, the landscapes, and like, they went to Iceland and filmed a bunch of nice drone shots, and then episode 4, they fucking... they've revealed their true colours. Which is, really bright fucking colours.
It looks like an episode of Stargate.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like.
But Stargate was 24 episodes per season. This is 8.
Yeah.
It looks like Charmed.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
I don't remember how they cast spells in Charmed, but it probably looked like this.
Probably would have been fairly similar.
So the witches... There's a false dragon. He brings an army. And they have
They've got a
battle
very
scene?
low budget. This whole fucking thing is very low.
Why
budget.
though? You think Amazon will pour some money into this?
I don't know.
It's no Game of Thrones.
It's definitely no Game of Thrones.
And like Game of Thrones, like season 1, it started off somewhere and then it escalated to like insanity. But even
season 1,
well, that was HBO though. HBO was just fucking handing out money. Not to many people, but the money they give is fucking a lot.
Well,
they invest in quality.
Amazon has not given that much.
Yeah, they go for majority, not minority. Majority, not. I don't know. Quantity, not quality. That's what I was trying to say.
When are we gonna start watching
Star Wars.
no, fucking whatchamacallit? Isaac Asimov.
Oh, The Foundation. I watched the first episode and I fell asleep and I just didn't download the rest of the episodes. Do you want to keep on doing the Wheel of Time or do you want to do The Foundation? Or do both simultaneously? I think The Foundation is all out now.
Is it?
It looks really nice. And Jared Harris is amazing, but I don't know. I just fell asleep and then I didn't download any more of it. I don't know. It could be really good.
Fair enough.
No idea.
Fair.
With the Wheel of Time, I don't know, man.
It's schlock. It's garbage. I don't know what you
Is
expected.
it good though, or is it AIDS?
I don't think it's AIDS.
Okay, that's fair.
I get, well, again, it depends on how far they're going to take it.
Yeah.
If they're going to take it to where the books go, like you're saying, it's fucking 14 seasons deep. Gets into the fucking woods.
That's fair. I mean, I think my interest is peaked.
It goes places, that's all I'm saying.
Alright. Good night.
Good night.